Welcome to the first module of the SSFPA's Food Processing course, Recipe for Success. Our first module is Business Planning. Upon completion of the Business Planning module, you will be able to assess your entrepreneurial skills, assess your product idea, identify the components of a business plan, and identify resources and community supports for business planning. We'll begin by assessing your entrepreneurial skill with a statement for you to finish. Download and print worksheet number 1 and begin by filling in the statement with your unique skill sets, such as, I am a good cook, I am well organized, I am a hard worker, and so forth. Once you've completed this statement, then move to the following statement, I am a resource, and list all of your areas of expertise pertaining to small-scale food processing and business. There are many business planning books that contain entrepreneurial evaluations to rate you as an entrepreneur and to assess your potential for success in business. If you're thinking about starting a business, you probably have entrepreneurial skills already. It is important for you to assess the level of these entrepreneurial skills and determine the skills you would like to develop. Worksheet number 2 is a checklist of business skills to help you determine your business strengths and weaknesses. You will develop some new skills as you gain knowledge and experience in starting your business. In future, you may want to consider how you can improve some of your skills by taking additional training or hiring professionals. Upon completing the business skills checklist, we will move on to worksheet number 3 and address your product idea. What is it you wish to make? Are you unsure of the exact product but have an idea for making, for example, a baked product versus a canned, fresh or frozen product? Where did you get your idea? What are the reasons you think people would be interested in buying products from you? Download, print out, and complete worksheet number 3, and at the bottom, there's room for additional comments about your product idea. In order for your product to be successful, you have to ask this important question. Why would a consumer reject what they are currently buying, change their buying practices, and choose what I have to offer? Download, print out, and complete worksheet number 4 that addresses your product idea. Please answer this question with the following points in mind. What are the features of my product, or what will the customer receive? What are the advantages of my product, or what the customer perceives to be important? And finally, what are the benefits of my product, or the customer's need or want that is satisfied by purchasing my product? Complete worksheet number 4 to help determine the features, advantages, and benefits of your product. Preparing a business plan can help you achieve your goal of starting a successful small-scale food processing business. A business plan is based on assumptions, estimates, and forecasts, and is used to identify potential opportunities and strengths needed to succeed. Your plan will give you a realistic assessment of the risks and constraints of your idea. When you are working on your plan, you may realize your business concept is not feasible. At this time, you will want to look at other options, such as producing a different product, finding a different market, or considering a different business structure. Once you complete this course and your idea still looks feasible, you will want to complete your business plan to use it to guide you in establishing your business. Once you have started your business, you will want to review and update your business plans annually to ensure you are on track. In this section of the module, you will look at the components of a business plan and identify parts of the plan that you will cover throughout the course. Remember, this is not a business planning course. However, you are encouraged to start using the business plan format to organize the data you've gathered. It's important to spend a significant amount of time and effort on your business plan. It's required by banks and other lending institutions. It helps evaluate how you are doing and where you are going, and it helps give you confidence that your business is following a well-thought-out plan or strategy. Most business plans have 4 main sections: business description, marketing, operations, and financial. For the first section of the business plan, we will discuss business description. Write a paragraph or two describing the type of business and the product or service you will be offering consumers. What type of business is this? Is it new? A part-time business? An expansion of an existing business? Is it seasonal for the farmer's market, for example, or is it a year-round business? What are your business goals? What do you hope to achieve by offering your product or service? And finally, how would your business be described by industry standards or descriptions? The second section of the business plan we will discuss is marketing. At least a paragraph or two should describe the market and the product you will be offering consumers. Who is your target market? Are you a unique product? Is there competition, and if so, who are they and what do you offer that differs from the competition? Market area. How big is your target market? Do you know the demographics of your market? For example, how old is your customer? Are they male or female? And what behavioral factors play into your customers' buying decisions? Do they shop at certain retail stores like Whole Foods or Choices Markets? Or are they more likely to buy in bulk and be more price sensitive, like a Costco or Real Canadian Superstore customer? What is the market share for your product category? How big is it? What are the market needs? Do consumers need your product? Is your product on trend? Is your product in a stage of growth? Or is it a mature category with several competitors? These are all points that must be addressed in the marketing section of your business plan. The third section of the business plan we will discuss is operations. There are several points touched on for this section, and all are extremely important. To spend time on every point mentioned regarding the operation of your business will not be time wasted. One of these points overlooked could have serious consequences for your business. The first point is, where will your business be located? Will the business be home-based with production in a rented outside facility? Or are you building a facility to meet your production needs? Are the facilities you are using appropriate for what you are producing? For example, if it is a meat product, is the facility approved to allow meat production? Do you have the appropriate equipment and methodology to make your product safely and efficiently? What materials are needed to produce your product, and which suppliers are you able to work with that will be consistent with supply, price, and delivery? Are you certain what licenses and permits are required to run your business? City permits for work done to prepare your facility for production. For example, structural, plumbing, gas, fire department, health department approvals, etc. Do you understand the regulations, federal, provincial, and municipal, that will affect your business once you start to produce products in either your own facility or one that you rent? Who are the key staff that you will employ to ensure your operations run according to your plan?
That's it?
That's it. Is there a special management and training that is required to gain knowledge or expertise needed? Is there a need for consultants or specialists to engage for their expertise of your finished production requirements? Explain the production process in your plan so that it is clear how the product will be made from start to finish. How will the product get to the customer? Explain your distribution strategy. How will you keep records of your production to ensure if there is a food safety recall, your company is prepared? Finally, what are the short 1-year and long-range or 5-year plans for your production? Have you considered what you would do long-range if you needed to either scale up or down in production? The final section of your business plan needs to address the financial aspect of your business. The first point is ensure your monthly personal financial needs are addressed in the plan. It is vitally important that you address your own financial needs so that the business can function without the added strain of your personal responsibilities. It is also difficult to maintain motivation when there is a lack of compensation for the work being performed. The cost of production can be determined by the startup cost and cost of production worksheets that are downloadable from this module. Fill out the worksheets attached, and they will be the foundation for your pricing in Module 7 and will help you to determine future costs when launching new products or changing formulations. The creation of a break-even analysis will also be shown in Module 7. Capital equipment will be shown on the balance sheet and should be detailed with an explanation of cost and usage. How will the equipment maximize efficiencies, improve food safety, or possibly support new technology? Sales forecasts. Detail on a spreadsheet a short-term 1 year and long-term 5 year projected forecast by month by product, and ensure you include changes for seasonality if applicable and increases if you are projecting increased business over a given period. All business plans will require financial statements that covers the following. An income statement. This is the financial report that summarizes all of the sales activities, costs of producing or buying the products or services sold, and expenses incurred in order to run the business. It basically refers to the profit or losses made by your company for a given period of time, usually quarterly and annually. A balance sheet includes assets and liabilities in addition to a company's equity. The balance sheet shows how readily a company can access cash in addition to any short-term or long-term debt obligations. A balance sheet is a current reflection on how financially sound a business may be. A balance sheet is often referred to as a snapshot of a company's financial condition. A cash flow statement shows how cash is moving through the business. It shows what the company is doing with the cash, where that cash is from, and how much stays within the business at the end of the reporting period. On a statement, any negative number is cash flowing out of the business, such as buying inventory, while any positive number is cash flowing into the business, such as taking out a loan. We also need to address the sources and uses of financing. This is an area of your business plan where you indicate how you plan to finance your business. For example, out of your own savings, friends, family, potential investors, or bank loans. How will that money be used once you have it? How much will be spent on equipment purchase, assets, and setup, leasehold improvements? Overhead, inventory, raw ingredients? All of these plans must be thoroughly laid out so that any potential investors are clear where the money will be allocated. Keep in mind that it is difficult to borrow money from institutions for overhead and inventory. It is far more likely you will get money for equipment and leasehold improvements, as they are assets and considered more tangible. A startup cost worksheet and operating cost worksheet are available for you to download. Fill out these worksheets and add them as a component to your business plan. Preparing a business plan takes a lot of commitment, time, and work. You will spend hours on the phone, internet, and networking to gather information. To help you organize the information you collect, you should put together a workbook binder divided into the following sections: business description, marketing, operations, financial. Many of the worksheets in this course will be useful in your business plan. As you complete the worksheets for each module and the costing sheets that you can download from the course, you can place them in the appropriate section of your binder.
Is that it?
That's it. You may also want to include other information gathered, including research and notes on all resources such as people, publications, suppliers, potential customers, competitors, networking, and anyone you speak to about your business through your business network. In module number 7, we will look at pricing strategies for your product. Cost is one of the most important factors to consider when setting the price for your product. What does it cost you to make your product? To eventually answer this question, a startup cost worksheet and operating cost worksheet have been included as downloads for this course. You will be using these worksheets when you estimate your startup costs and production costs. You will research and add costs to these worksheets as you go through the course. By the time you reach Module 7, the pricing module, you will have determined most of your costs to assist you in determining your selling price. The different categories of costs are startup costs. When you start up your business, you will have some capital or one-time expenditures, such as purchase of equipment, processing facility, logo design, etc. You will add these costs to your startup worksheet. Any depreciation and interest expenses on loans for startup costs will go on the operating cost worksheets. Operating costs is broken into two types of costs: variable costs and fixed costs. Variable costs are the costs of producing your product. It goes up or down in relation to the amount you produce. It is sensitive to quantity produced and includes ingredients, packaging, labeling, production labor, direct labor, distribution, and shipping. Fixed costs are the costs incurred regardless of the quantity produced. They are generally the overhead costs and include rent, insurance, telephone, salaries, and accounting.